I have this afternoon informed the Palace, Home Secretary and the Mayor of my intention to resign as Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police Service. I've taken this decision as a consequence of the ongoing speculation and accusations relating to the Met's links with News International at a senior level, and in particular in relation to Mr Neil Wallis, who, as you know, was arrested in connection with Operation Wheating last week. First, I want to say what enormous privilege it has been for me to lead this great organisation that is the Met. The recent example of the heroism and bravery of Met officers in chasing armed suspects, involving the shooting of one of my officers, is typical, but is in danger of being eclipsed by the ongoing debate about relationships between senior officers and the media. This can never be right. Crime levels in the Met are at a 10-year low. You have seen the Met at its glorious and unobtrusive best on the occasion of the royal wedding. The professional and restrained approach to unexpected levels of violence in recent student demonstrations. The vital ongoing work to secure the safety of the capital from terrorism. The reductions in homicide and continuing increased levels of confidence as the jewel in our crown of safer neighbourhoods serve the needs of Londoners. I am deeply proud of the achievements of the Met since I became Commissioner. Let me turn to phone hacking and my relationship with Neil Wallis. I want to put the record straight. I met Mr Wallis in 2006. The purpose of that meeting was, as with other journalists, to represent the context of policing and to better inform the public debate carried out through the media on policing issues. I had no knowledge of or involvement in the original investigation into phone hacking in 2006 that successfully led to the conviction and imprisonment of 2 men. I had no reason to believe this was anything other than a successful operation. I was unaware that there were any other documents in our possession of the nature that have now emerged. I have acknowledged the statement by John Yates that if he had known then what he knows now, he would have done things differently. My relationship with Mr Wallis continued over the following years, and the frequency of our meetings is a matter of public record. The record clearly accords with my description of the relationship as one maintained for professional purposes and an acquaintance. In 2009, the Met entered into a contractual arrangement with Neil Wallis, terminating in 2010. I played no role in the letting or management of that contract. I have heard suggestions that we must have suspected the alleged involvement of Mr Wallis in phone hacking. Let me say unequivocally that I did not and had no reason to do so. I do not occupy a position in the world of journalism. I had no knowledge of the extent of this disgraceful practice, or indeed to the extent of it, and the repugnant nature of the selection of victims that is now emerging, nor of its apparent reach into senior levels. I saw senior figures from News International providing evidence that the misbehaviour was confined to a rogue few and not known about at the top. One can only wonder about the motives of those within the newspaper industry, or indeed beyond, who now claim that they did know, but apparently kept quiet. Though mine and the Met's current severe discomfort is a consequence of those few that did speak out, I am grateful to them for doing so, giving us the opportunity to right the wrong done to victims. And here I think most of those especially vulnerable people who deserved so much better from all of us.